Go tits. Go tits. Got it. I'm going to log in on Zoom on this other one here. For right now, namaste to you all. Peace and greetings. Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at northwest of Mexham. How are you? Right? And I'm here, right? This is our impromptu improv, all right? You guys already know what this is. And then later on, you guys are going to see me and Brother Sean go in a little bit on the solar return, right? Reports here, right? And if you guys are signed up, cool. You already know what's going down. If no one is signed up, guys, we still have a treat in store for you because I really don't think you guys know what Brother Hassan, Brother Sean, Brother Benjamin, Brother Terrell, and Brother Corey are actually thoroughly capable of when it comes to astrology. Once we get out of the Me Too culture, oh, you do astrology, we can do it too, and we're knowers too, and we're intelligent too. Well, you guys already, the reason why you're not really going along with those of us who are sincerely doing this, beyond a shadow of a doubt, and recognized internationally for this, respectfully saying, not being like fucking assholes. But guys, like, you know, we're not trying to keep up with the Joneses or anything. You know what I mean? We're not in competition. We're not jealous people in our 40s, jealous of the new youth coming up. That's, you know, because even I'm going to start, you know, embracing contrarian people. You know, because there's youth out there that keep calling themselves terms and words, yet they seem very intelligent. It's like, do we embrace contrarianism? Right? Because we don't want to be those elders where the youth come along and they got really great ideas and we on some like really deep hater shit deep down. But really just saying we're pointing out dirty Moors or we're trying to not talk over the people. You heard me, like, stop it. Anyway, you know, envy is that's one hell of a drug. God, envy is one hell of a drug, man. Especially when you're, you know, when you've been given the keys, but people don't, you know, accept the keys from you because you don't have a Mercedes Benz. You don't have a mansion that you squatted in before going to jail for it. Oh, we don't have this material, so we don't have to listen to 7 Hill Star astrology firm. You guys are going to, Brother Benjamin, I'm going to yield the floor to you and Brother Sean. So go and introduce yourself. I just wanted to just get that in real quick while I log in this joint on Zoom, man. Real quick. Yeah. I yield the floor to my brother. Introduce yourself.
I am Benjamin Bey here at Morocco, northwest of Mexico. Peace and love to you all, and happy Holy Degree, and happy solar return.
Oh, wow. Gratitude indeed, my beloved brother.
Do is show love. That's all you do is show love. He is love. Our love. Y'all know that. So, no. But there's one.
Is it queuing you? It's not queued? Okay, good. I wanted to make sure you were queued.
Oh, you're gonna have the spotlights, bro.
I got a spotlight. Hold on. I'm
the only one. I think they only seeing me. Oh, wow.
Let's see. Well, it's your impromptu improv, bro. So,
all right.
So hold on. Let me spotlight us all then. Hold on. Boom. Right. Got it on this one also. All righty. Cool. So let me now spotlight us, like you said, bro. Let me as a matter of fact, I'm gonna spotlight us from the main computer. Go and do y'all thing, man. Tell the people who y'all are, man, while I'm going to do the spotlight.
Oh, yeah, Brother Sean Lee L. You know, publicly showing love to my bro for a solar return, Brother Hasan. You know, we're here for another impromptu improv, y'all.
Holy day. Happy Mother's Day. Right.
Yes. Happy Holy Day, Happy Mother's Day, every day.
Happy non-corporate Mother's Day. No JCPenney for Mother's Day.
Happy non-corporate Mother's Day. I like that. We get here, man. We are about to go in.
Oh, brother man right there. Who's brother man right there?
Mm-hmm. Spider-Man.
This nephew right here.
Mm-hmm.
What's called
Astro
nephew Tim? Young Astro Tim.
Hey.
Astro Tim. I just feel like I just gave you. Yo, we got a projector on the wall. You see that?
Yeah.
That's not Moore's player right there. I don't know what gets any better than that.
There's a projection on the wall. That's fly though. But yeah, we're here. How is everyone today? I mean, check the YouTubies and actually get the poster now. How's everybody doing today, man?
Yo, out there. How are we spending our Mother's Day today? How are we doing that? How will we be spending our Mother's Day?
Let's get it. All righty. Here we go, ski, right? All right, so here we are, right? My bros, we are all spotlighted here. You can see we got Brother Benjamin, Brother Sean, and myself, guys. However, let's do this super proper like, right? And let me stop this astro clock real quick. I want to make sure I bring up this encyclopedia of astrology, actually. And I'm going to shave while my bros go in and as I listen. I'm going to open up the board here. Bring it down. All right, and let's do this astro clock again for near the Baltimore Corporation. Astro clock. And start the animation. Got that projected behind me. That's great. All right, so with that being said, guys, again, let's get started on this properly. Actually, right? Cueing the two letters to be read in every meeting, my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased. Just give me uno momento to do right? How did you brothers rest well previously? Just, this previous night, did you guys rest well? You seem so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, man. I feel like you guys got all the rest on the planet.
That's opposite for me.
I mean, technically, I haven't been sleep yet. I think it was about 9:15. So I think after bro had called me, but I set my alarm for 9. I want to say because I didn't know we were going live at 9 or anything, but I didn't want to sleep through it. So maybe the hour, maybe. But it was beautiful though. It was beautiful.
Islami lams. Okay, I have our divine constitution and bylaws queued. I have the photos queued, and I have the book that we're going to go in today queued on the Safari also. I am so looking forward to this read of Brother Benjamin is going to go in on, and I and Brother Sean are just going to add our wisdom to this, guys. Alrighty. However, let me now come back here. Alrighty, guys, and I'm going to begin to share the screen. I know I came back and, okay, still saying the camera's off. I have no idea why. Still telling the camera to be off here. However, all right, so let's get this going. We're about to do our thing and enjoy ourselves, right? So let us now, going to stand and face east. For me, east is this way, where the projection is, right? So where the screen is, we're going to face. For me, I'm going to face the projector and a screen here. And we're going to hold 5 on the left, 2 on the right. All righty. And we are going to recite the Moorish American invocation term, the Moorish American prayer. All righty. And let me share the screen here. Right. And Brother Benjamin is going to lead us in. And then Brother Sean and I will read the 2 letters to be read in every meeting. All righty. So there's a divine constitution and bylaws there. Right. And let me just zoom it on in it. As you guys can see, Prophet Noble Drew is standing due guard in his Sharif national Moorish fez, national headdress. All righty. And standing firmly on his square there. All righty. On the divine constitution and bylaws. All righty. This is not used. This is not to be used to run gangs and give people pumpkin head degrees. That's not what this is for. All righty. This is for the Moorish divine and national movement of the world to help uplift fallen humanity so we all are good on the planet. Is that clear? Just wanted to make sure I make this clear. All right, because there are people out there that are doing things and saying that Moorish Americans are gang members and stuff like that. And I vehemently rebut that motherfucking claim. Because I wasn't in prison to meet Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I wasn't some fucking dumbass and idiot who now I found Islam and Prophet Noble Drew Ali now that I did a bit. No, I'm not a dumbass. I wasn't out there chasing the bag, being a federal agent, not knowing I was a federal agent the whole fucking time. All righty. Oh, the brother's using such language and Prophet Noble Drew Ali is there on divine constitution and bylaws, brother. You sure you're not breaking some of them acts? What I'm saying is, what I'm not doing is I am not ruled by anyone other than my own mind. And that's how my brothers roll too. We're not yes men. And when someone speaks out of order about Prophet Noble Drew Ali or the mission that he laid down, making a Grand Sheikh, a Supreme Grand Sheikh, Emily Ill, the one to come behind him, and he's telling CM Bay stuff or whatever, that's higher degrees. CM Bay had to do what he had to do and put it in the Library of Congress to preserve it. When you guys really start thinking and get out your Negro, black, colored, old tell it on the mountain ass shit that y'all be doing out here, not knowing what the fuck you talking about. All righty. You'll stop violating Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all citizens. All righty. I know it says Moorish America there. When you see other originals, it will say Moorish Science Temple or Moorish Holy Temple of Science, which is first, and Moorish Science Temple of America is next. So whoever modified this particular constitution and bylaws put Moorish America. We won't go there. However, it's not a false statement because our nationality is Moorish American, technically speaking. So text mommy back and say yes. Just text her yes. Just say yes. Why yes? All right, cool. Appreciate you. All right, so with that being said, right, no citizen is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister. And I don't mean like, oh, well, they're not in the temple with me or we not in the temple. Those Moors that be on that, man, we not in the temple. The temple of the moon and sun. The moon and sun temple is here at the North Gate. So you're always in the temple, especially you being inside your body. Just because you're not comprehending or conscious pertaining to what's being said right now doesn't mean that what I'm saying is wrong. It just means you're a fucking idiot, respectfully. And that's not putting you in danger or falsely accusing you. That's the truth. Read the term idiot in a law dictionary. No citizen shall put in danger or falsely accuse his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. All balanced law pertaining to the zodiac is love. All righty. So let's get to this very zodiacal Moorish American prayer here, because goodness gracious, it mentions sect in the lyrics here, in the prayer, by night and by day. So I'm going to face east, 5 on the left, 2 on the right, standing, having my feet like Prophet Noble Drew Ali is standing. And I'm going to repeat after Brother Benjamin. I yield the floor to you, Brother Benjamin. Islam?
Islam. Am I hot on the mic?
Super hot. That sounds great.
Heard that uber hot. All right. 3, 2, and 1. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
The Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth. Peace. Freedom. And justice. Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My guide.
My salvation.
And my salvation.
By night and by day.
By night and by day.
Through his holy prophet. Drew Ali. Amen.
Ameen. Islam. Now the 2 letters to be read in every meeting before Brother Benjamin break it down. We're here at administrative functions at pages 84 and 85, and we're going to yield the floor to Brother Sean Alino. He's going to read from the following. A letter written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the 18th day pertaining to January 1928, Anno Domini is what the capital A period, capital D period notes. He commanded that it be read before every meeting. We yield the floor to our beloved brother, whom we're well pleased, Brother Braveheart Islam.
Braveheart.
Brother Sean there or no?
Yeah,
Sean,
I was on mute. I had myself on mute.
or no?
Alrighty, to be proclaimed in every meeting. Move that down. Dear brother, Islam, I am glad to know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
that I have few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There is a host of jealousy about me and the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as an American citizen, they are working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and uplifting funds. The ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. That is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance, and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finance so badly as I do at present, that I may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my quote unquote fame and nobility. The nations pertaining to the world will not recognize the movement without me, the prophet, being the head. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's inauguration to represent the Moorish divine and national movement. And I will be at the inauguration of President Hoover for the same cause. Noble Drew Ali.
Islam, the next letter to be read in every meeting comes from the Moorish literature, which are excerpts from the Moorish Guide newspaper, all righty? And we're here in the Moorish literature, pages 12 and page 13. And again, Prophet Noble Drew Ali is just handsomely standing there, due guard, all righty? We have here the divine warning by the Prophet on page 13 in the Moorish literature. This particular page, and I'm saying it's on page 13, is the one that's provided by Mother Ras Mariah V. Bey at rvbaypublications.com. When you guys decide to get your literature from there, that's where I get my literature from, as well as other Moorish American publishers that are out there also. I do my best, and I make sure we do our best to support them, especially if they're not really egotistical. Some people are just, they still got some growing to do. They in their 40s, but they still got some growing to do. 40s, 50s, all types of stuff, man. However, here we go. Divine warning by the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim governors ordered to be read, governors ordered to read, proclamation at each meeting, right? So here we go. And most of the literature you guys see me reading is from rvbaypublications.com anyway, honestly. I hereby inform all members that they must end all descended from the root agitating speeches, all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement, will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All right. Shout out to Mother Rashida Bey, man. Just hit me up on the solar return. Shout out to Mother Rashida Bey. Mother Delilah Pascal, she's hitting me up too. Everybody that's on the solar return shouts like, thank you so much. Brother Solomon, Terrell, thank you so much too. Of course, you already know my Astro Firm bros, they was already on it last night for real. I ain't gonna front.
Like 11:28.
Right.
Still, you must East Coast time. I'm like, brother, still like kind of 40 minutes.
Right. However, that's
beautiful.
It's yeah, man, because it just shows you, man, we're not being malicious or have any malicious feelings, man, overall, man. Just to see everybody just, shed their love, man. Because you already know me, man. I ain't gonna front. I'd much rather have a party and have everybody enjoy themselves on my solar return. However, let's continue. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant pertaining to the Moorish movement will receive their reward from all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. They will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true, all true, all true. Moors will and must obey the laws laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine covenant founded by the prophet Noble Drew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting and evergreen, right, movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways. You know what's so amazing and so prophetic? By order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. See, what's so amazing is even in the religious corporate activity by which this was actually written for, you see how he uses the word found you? If you lose confidence in the thought of a law manifested in flesh, the thought pertaining to all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac manifested in flesh, then you should turn in your card, your nationality card, right? I know it doesn't state which card it is, right? You should turn in your card and button. What button? Your MA button, right? Cease wearing your turban and fez and return. Woo! Wow. Again, turn to the state where the mindset, right? The mindset, how you're thinking, where the thought pertaining to all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac, found you. So not only did he find you, he also found the movement. Do you know that those two statements alone combat the birth certificate? The human trafficking and racketeering instrument birth certificate? Because birth certificates are for foundlings, foundling, foundlings. Like a woman didn't know for 9 months there was a baby about to come out of her vagina and go, oh, hey, look, I just found this baby out my vagina. No, you didn't. So stop being an informant on someone else's affidavit and think you got to fill out some shit for a fucking birth certificate. You are selling your children into slavery. You are selling them into indentured service because you don't know that birth certificates are for orphans. Founded. However, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, through his religious corporate activity, found you. And he founded the movement, the holy and divine movement. How many times did he say found? Found you, founded by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And then this is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet. How many times did he say found? In the last 4 paragraphs. This was before the man. They were doing birth certificates, what? 6 years before Prophet Noble Drew Ali manifested. 1880 is kind of when they started doing it. 1880, the whole birth certificate bullshit. Right? All right, so Prophet Noble Drew Ali in the 1900s, how many times did he say found? Let me tell you something. If a birth certificate is for the state of corporation and they're saying they found a child and providing a certificate for the finding, Prophet Noble Drew Ali has combated that in this letter alone. I dare you to challenge me. And I don't do debates. If you're not my equal, I teach you. If you're my equal, I may debate. Maybe. However, if you're my equal, you know we're not debating. We're going to open these books and do some research. So I don't debate. I'm not a bitch and a pussy. That's who debates. I don't care who your favorite Negro, black, colored, power to the people guy is. I don't care how many keys is behind a number in his appellation. I don't give a fuck who they are. I don't care if they're Umar and Johnsons, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care who they are. If people are not sharing this with you just as plainly as this and having you think for yourself, look at this. Don't believe anything Brother Hasan is saying as we're showing you this right here. Don't believe shit I tell you. Try to prove it wrong. And when you prove it right, teach your loved ones. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor to my brothers and ask before I yield completely, any questions, comments, and or suggestions for me as that statement that I made. I really felt I had to go in on. Go ahead, Brother Benjamin. I'm listening.
When you say found it and the picture on the cover of the 101, I don't want to butcher that, but I'm going to say the cover of 101 when he has mother in his arms. He had to like find her. If you think about it, if you look at that, you had to like, oh, look at that over there. Unconscious being, and that's humanity, you know, after he found humanity in a dead state, you know what I mean? She's unconscious. So it's like that mirror with that strip. I was like, wow, because you had to like, oh man, look at this. I scoop it up. I found this and he's in water. So he
that combats it.
Oh,
that combats it. Go ahead. I yield. I'm sorry, you froze for a second. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's my thing. But going into the water, like you said, our mothers are informants when they, you know, birth us here through their womb. You know what I mean? So they're giving us away, you know, or they're, oh, we found this, so they're giving us a quote unquote home, quote unquote rights, you know, quote unquote resources, quote unquote education. You know what I mean? That we already have, and that's the Moorish divine and national movement. That no, really, like here's your school, you know, here's your diet plan, here's how you set up your government. Literally the same thing that was falsely gave to you. That was
so.
Go ahead. Goes with that better, like back to the state I found you. I guess you would just have to jump out of his arms at that point and just, you know, drown in the water. You know, or he's just like, he's not gonna chase you, like he said, I'm not gonna save you. So like, all right, you want to dip, I'll put you down type deal. So, but that would be, I guess, us brothers or mothers or anybody would see someone seeking help. It's like, who you don't want to actually, you know, put forth your effort. All right, go. You ain't got faith in what the prophet brought, because I'm not speaking for me. I didn't make this up. I'm, you know, carrying out what the prophet did, you know, for others following humanity. So don't look at me if I'm, you know, faith in what I'm doing. I'm doing what the prophet said. So you don't have faith in that. All right, peace to you. But yeah,
So that's your wisdom. I want to ask. You still got Supercede open on your device? You still got Supercede open on your device?
Oh yeah.
Can you share it? Can you share Supercede so people can comprehend why the title is the Koran supersedes the Kloran? Now there are going to be some people out there that know what the Kloran is. They're going to think, "Oh shit, what is this?" Man, we tell the truth. And at the end of the day, this ain't no Clayton Bigsby stuff, man. You know, it's not some blind Moor who's the head of the Ku Klux Klan. I'm not saying that, you know, this is a blind Moor presenting being the head pertaining to Ku Klux Klan. What I'm saying is that those are our sons, and you Juneteenth, Birth of a Nation ass people talking about, well, yeah, that book is based on the Klansmen. Okay, that's fine. They're our sons. Period. The Albion is our sons and daughters, period. And they've been used to asserting themselves being the stewards that they are, because they're only stewards. So with that being said, we are clearly, you ready, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, you share your content, go right ahead. I'm just talking. Yeah, you ain't gotta see me as we're talking. You can do your thing. So the thing is, guys, what we're saying is, we see what the term supersedes is, as Brother mentioned It's an action. So we're saying that the Koran is doing something active. Can you click on the hyperlink for Supercede, my beloved brother, please? Can you click on that burgundy one? Perfect.
Was that solid? Is that solid? Okay.
That's super solid. I yield the floor to you, beloved brother. Let's hear your wisdom on this. It's fun.
Supersede verb right there. Got mid 15th century. Scottish postpone, defer, from French superseder, desist, delay, defer, from Latin supersedery, literally sit on top of or sit on top, pertaining to. Also with ablative, stay clear of, abstain from, forbear, for, refrain from super, above, see super, plus sedere, to sit, from Proto-Indo-European root, right? Said, to sit, meaning displace, replace, for first recorded in the 1640s, related, superseded, superseding.
So, with that being said, right now, the Koran is above and beyond. The Koran sits higher than the Koran replaces. Man, look, Brother Benjamin, I'm ready, man. You can stop your screen share, beloved brother.
All right.
I'm going to rock out with you right now on the screen share, and I'm gonna yield the floor to you, and then I'm gonna go shave. But I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? Go in. I want you to give your wisdom, bro. Go in on this joint. Let me hit the screen share on this joint. Right? And we're gonna take it right to Safari. I realize I still gotta take this iPad with me, bro, so I can scroll the page or whatever, you feel me? Let's see. Okay. We want to take it to Safari, right? Boom shakalaka. Look at what we're reading here. Clarigo. White book. Kloran. Look, it's the Koran with the loser between the K and the O. I guess losers are always in the middle of a knockout, huh? Anyway, if they obviously didn't run, because ran is the past tense of run. Anyway, L is 50 also. That's half. And you know what they call in the Roman numerals, L is 50. L is half of C, because 50 is half of 100, right? Just wanted to point some things out here. Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. Those are, look at how our sons like to dress themselves in our garments. That's our shit, right? Uno. No, not Uno. Uno. All right, let me stop. Character, honor, and duty. Hey, 16 degrees Cancer, which is probably where the sun is right now, is duty, the degree pertaining to duty, right? Imperial Palace, Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, Atlanta, Georgia State Republic, because that's a capital G and a lowercase a. That's not a capital G, capital A. So that means that these people are not doing democracy. They're enforcing the fucking republic and seeking to maintain it, even in the fact of how they designated Atlanta, comma, capital G, lowercase a, period. Because capital G, capital A means the state of Georgia, whereas capital G, lowercase a, period, is an abbreviation for Georgia State Republic. Article 4, Section 4 pertaining to your Constitution, right? The North American Republic Constitution for the United States for America. 5th edition, copyright 1916, looky, by W.J. Simmons, Atlanta. Hey, now there's a capital G-A. Look at that. See how I just pointed out those two distinctions? That wasn't even that was, man, the bottom of the cover is showing you it's Republic, and then they get fucking corporate when they're referring to the copyright by W.J. Simmons. Kloran, Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, caution. and then I'm gonna yield to you, brother Benjamin. This book is property of the Knights of Ku Klux Klan Incorporated, and is loaned to Klan number whatever, realm of whatever. I yield to you, my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased. Let me move this thumbnail out of the way.
Wow, yo.
What was you about to say, bro? Go ahead.
I'm banned from going live on TikTok now.
Yo, I couldn't share your your post like last night. No, not last night, the other night, the night before. It was odd. Like I went to share and the emoji didn't pop up. So I went to someone else's thing and all the emojis popped, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that. But it was your Ricky thing. I had to like screen record it and then like this thing and save it from Instagram because it wouldn't let me actually share.
One or two things that happened in Benjamin. Some Moorish American out there who probably seemingly was a brother or a mother who really was an opportunist the whole time, or just want to point out dirty Moors or say you need to take study breaks and shit. 9 times out of 10, it's people like that try to find ways of destroying and being destructive behind the scenes. However, also at the same time, people can go on Showtime and try to say Moorish Americans are a certain way, and we are about the Koran. However, okay, well, let's put some Ku Klux Klan stuff out there then. You want to sit there and use your motherfucking, press and shit like that to try to make us look a certain way? Okay, we're just going to tell the truth, though, about who you guys are. And then when you see that we do what we do, how we do, then all those other people on Showtime or wherever the fuck they are, that's not more science. And you got some sucker ass people out here who are elder that are grand sheiks. They on some bullshit because they taking kickbacks. And those of us that are sincere doing what the fuck we do, we not gonna stop doing what we doing. Period. We ain't hurt nobody. Ain't no injured party. Y'all just don't want people to know what is really going on because it's a lot of fucking finance and people being ignorant. You can bank like a motherfucker off a dumbass. You guys really think it's slavery. It's not slavery. It's we can make finances off of you being an idiot. And you're going to try to morally correct us, and we're just going to keep railroading your ass. Because you don't know you're a federal agent. Being adjudicated upon like a federal agent. Anyway, I yield the floor because my beloved brother Benjamin, I want to slide that thumbnail out the way, brother Benjamin, so that all I got to do is scroll as you do what you do. But as I shave, let me mute my...
Where would you go? All right. We're good on the mic. The Ku Klux Creed.
Pardon me, I was still talking, but that just goes to show when I go and do that, that means I'm muting or unmuting. So I'm a mute and then go shave. I love my brother. He's about to go in, y'all. Listen to brother Benjamin. And I'm going to share in the YouTube also. Islam.
Islam is on. I love you, bro. That clean shave. Get your shave. All right. The Ku Klux Creed. We, Order of the Knights, pertaining to the Ku Klux Klan, reverentially acknowledge the majesty and supremacy pertaining to the divine being and recognize the goodness and providence of the same. We recognize our relation.
You're not as hot as you was in the mic. I don't know why. You must be too good already. I yield.
I'll probably chop it up. Is it sound or like connection? So I know what to do.
The sound, the volume, and the amplitude in your sound, the connection's fresh.
For sure. No doubt. All right. We recognize our relation to the government pertaining to the United States, pertaining to America, the supremacy pertaining to its constitution, the union pertaining to states thereunder, and the constitutional laws thereof, and we shall be ever devoted to the sublime principles pertaining to a pure Americanism and valiant in the defense pertaining to its ideals and institutions. We avow the distinction between the races pertaining to mankind as same has been by the Creator, and we shall ever be true in the faithful maintenance pertaining to white supremacy, and will strenuously oppose any compromise thereof in any and all things. Gotta get a stroll up for 2 minutes. There we go. We appreciate the intrinsic value pertaining to a real practical fraternal relationship amongst minds or men pertaining to kindred thought, purpose and ideals, and the infinite benefits curable to the practice pertaining to our honorable cleanseness, that the life and living pertaining to each may be a constant blessing to others. On non-sibla said Enthar, original creed revised. That's page 2.
Hold up. Oh, Brother Benjamin, there's that word seed again, or said, that you just read, right? Non sibla said, type that in. Go, let's Google translate that, right? Okay, I'll do it real quick. I'll do it because I'm right here.
To sit. I want to give it away.
Right. So let's put known, not doing something, sitting somewhere. Original creed eyes. Let's see what that is. Non silba seed antar. Right. Let's see what that is. Do I have a translate open up here? Let's see.
One of its forms is asses. I think that's pretty funny.
Do I have a Google Translate? Hey, let's do a detect language, right? And let's now see what we got here. Non, right? Let's type NONSILBA SED, right? Antar, right? What does that mean? Not Silba, but instead Anthar. What's Silba? What's Anthar? Right? Right? Not this, but this. Oh, okay. Okay. I won't go in on my on what I am sensing right now. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. And let's just do what we do. Get back to this Kloran. I yield to you, Brother Benjamin Islam. Hold on, let me turn my mic back off.
All right. Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. Order of business. Opening ceremony. Number 1. Number 2, reading of approved minutes. Number 3, reading of unapproved minutes or amendments. We'll say number 4 is applications for citizenship. And I gotta get myself out the way there. With that, I would say number 5 is ceremony of naturalization. 6 would be the word behind myself. There we go. There we go. Number 6. Ceremony of naturalization. 6. 7. Does any Klansman know pertaining to a Klansman or a Klansman family who is in need of financial or fraternal assistance? Number 8. Report to standing or special committees. Number 9. Bills and communications. 10. Unfinished business. 11. General business. 12. Announcements. Elections. 13. Election and installation pertaining to officers. I got 14. For the encouragement and edification pertaining to the Klan. 15. Payment pertaining to Klan dues or other indebtedness to the Klan. 16. Cligraphs statements pertaining to receipts and distributions and their balances. 17. Reading and approving pertaining to minutes. 18. Ceremony, closing ceremony. Here's the list pertaining to clan officers with explanations pertaining to titles. You got the Exalted Cyclops, Presidente. You got the Caliph, Vice President. You got the Kloran, the Lecturer. You got the Clud, the Chaplain. You got the Cligraph, the Secretary. The Clubby, the Treasurer, the Conductor. The Clar Rogo, the Clar Rogo, the Inner Guard, the Klexter, Outer Guard. It was very creative guys here. Cloclaim, singular, investigator. Cloclaim with two N's, that's plural, or pertaining to investigators. And you got a Nighthawk. Change candidates. I'm sure that's the CHG is change candidates, but the four named are station officers. The Nighthawk is purely a chloronic officer. Unlike the seven, four gates. Type deal. Imperial Decree, Series 1, Number 4. Subject, Koran. To Exalted Cyclops and all clansmen. Greetings. Wow. Ever holding the best interest in the invisible empire, knights pertaining to the Ku Klux Klan in mind and heart, and having had committed to me the sacred trust pertaining to its government, I therefore, by virtue pertaining to the authority vested in me, do decree and officially to the invisible empire, and is therefore a sacred book with our citizens, and its contents must be rigidly safeguarded and its teachings honestly respected. The book or any part of it must not be kept or carried where any person pertaining to the alien world may chance to become acquainted with its sacred contents. As such, its secrets must be held secure by you and be prescribed, and the prescribed secret word must not be used in any other than a legitimate manner. The signs must not be used only when necessary. The sign.
We had a froze moment.
Yeah, I know, because we're telling the truth. All right.
Yeah,
So
somebody out there hating super hard.
just showed y'all. And we just showed them, Brother Sean, like Brother Benjamin is going in and showing you, like, these people talking about respect this shit, protect this shit. Like, come on, y'all. I'm not knocking my sons and daughters that are clans, anything. I don't knock that shit. I'm just showing y'all that you idiot motherfuckers out here don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't. You have no clue about what you're speaking on. And we won't wait till Brother Benjamin come back and finish reading that joint. But until he comes back or whatever, we'll come back in, because we already know it is what it is. We'll see when he come back in. Brother Sean, you can continue. And if you go out, then I'm going to read the shit, because I can't wait. You already know how I am. I'm trying to really make it so that I can get through the book and see the content, because you already know. Oh, all right. You there, bro? Cool.
Yeah, my bad. I was about that. If anything, I will, if we can do it again, I will call in from my phone if they go out again like that. Sorry to break the rhythm like that.
No, you good.
No, you good, bro. You
good. You sit here sitting on.
I gotta insert the meme I always do. Hater alert. Hater alert.
You know what I mean?
N-words is mad.
Yeah, niggas is mad. But niggers are pale skins. Our sons and daughters are the true niggers. The true niggers. I was
getting my pronunciation together and everything.
So we're reading the nigger book right now.
Literally.
I just seen Planet of the Apes on TV yesterday.
Period. And I'm not being mean. These Aliens know who they are. They know this.
Black on black crime.
What you say, bro?
I said I was watching Animal Planet. Not Animal Planet. Planet of the Apes. It was black on black crime.
Basically, that's what it is. See, when pale skins are warring against each other, when albions, these pale skins, are going against each other and all that stuff, right? That is true black on black crime, because black denotes pale, dead, and chimpanzee. Pale, linguistically speaking. Dead, in the view of the law, when pertaining to kiwi liter motu us, in the Latin. Dead in the view of the law, that's black. And what's also black in biology is the chimpanzee. It's a lie. It's just not human. So therefore it's black. It's not we are. The chromosome count, the chromosome pair count is apparently different, or actually different, to be completely honest with you. It's actually different as far as the chromosome pairs are concerned, allegedly, right? However, we're not doing alleging here. What we're going to do here, and completely and clearly, is allow ourselves, right? Allow ourselves to really absorb what Brother Benjamin just read. These people told you, respect this shit, protect this shit. Who's the alien? Is this our Albion sons and daughters that we grafted from our genes in the chimpanzee at Patagonia, which is now termed Argentina, and they have what in their books about what, bro? Did you see that part? Did you see that part you read about what they say about alien? Where did part at?
Yeah, it's down.
The book or any part of it must not be kept or carried where any person of the Alim world may chance to become acquainted with its sacred contents as such. So what are we doing out here in the world? We just have groups of organizations of how we can take advantage of people that don't know how to read. Okay, I'm just saying. You see, we're reading, and I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased with. Let me mute my mic. Islam.
All right. I'll start at the book. All right. All men are required to study and imbibe the wholesome teachings and morale profit thereby. All clansmen are required to undergo an examination on the Koran by the cyclops pertaining to his respective clan or another officer designated by him before he can be eligible applicant to knighthood. I hereby enjoin upon the exalted cyclops and their terrors to study carefully the Koranic and the instructions given herein in the light-faced type, to commit to memory, especially the respective parts, and to demonstrate. Let's demonstrate. In a graceful, forceful, and dignified manner. This decree is as binding as if its verbiage was incorporated in an oath of allegiance and warning. A penalty sufficient will be speedily enforced for disregarding this decree in the profanation of the Koran, done in the aulic of His Majesty, the Imperial Wizard Emperor pertaining to the Invisible Empire, knights pertaining to the Ku Klux Klan in the Imperial Palace, in the Imperial City pertaining to Atlanta, Commonwealth pertaining to Georgia, United pertaining to America, this 26th day pertaining to June, Anu Domini 1916, Anu Clan L, signed by His Majesty William Joseph Simmons, Imperial Wizard. It was like 3 years after Noble Ali put up the Volcanic Temple in 1913. I'm willing to be corrected, but I was all like 1916. I'm like, that's like 3 years after Noble Ali put up his establishment to help the Moors. So, yeah, Imperial seal right there now in the Koran.
Excellent point made, brother Benjamin, about 1913 and 1916. Excellent.
Yeah. So we got chiefs and all this stuff, and police and visible part. But this is the seal right here, guys. Imperial seal. Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. And if you know what a Circle 7 looks like, you know, not far around the block from that. Happy Holy Day right there. they had to like learn from Noah because he was a force back then with all the Moors that he had, you know. So like I can only imagine the stuff that they had to create like this to, you know, try to put out what Noah was trying to do. They know, like, you know, they don't see it doing. The clabber, that's pretty clever. So this is just taking the science, the more science, and putting it in private clubs. Stagnating humanity. Have ours. The official form pertaining to the clabber is a perfect quadrant with the official stations in the corners as indicated above. So that's how they set up their rights pertaining to the Ku Klux Klan. Just prior to the opening pertaining to the conclave, the caliph will procure the mounted flag and stand it in front of the station. The Kloran will procure. What was that? Procure. What is that? Procure the altar, flag, and unshedded sword, and place same on his station with the flag fold. Blood will pursue the vessel pertaining to the dedication fluid and the Bible and put same on his station, and the Nighthawk will pursue the fiery cross and stand it and in front of the station of the EC. The time having arrived for the opening pertaining to the conclave EC station. The time arrived for the opening of the conclave, the EC, in his absence, his substitute will ascend his station, and standing will give one rap with his gavel and say, "All present who have not attended citizenship in the Invisible Empire, knights pertaining to the Ku Klux Klan will retire to the outer den under the escort pertaining to the Nighthawk. The Klexter, and the Clorogo will take their posts and faithfully guard the entrance to this clabber. After all the applicants for the citizenship shall have retired, the Klexter and the Clorogo will close their respective doors, and the Clorogo making his cheer. After this is done, no one will be allowed to pass the Clorogo into the cavern until the conclave is duly opened. All substituted officers shall be appointed at this point. The EC will then give 3 parts or 3 raps with his gavel. At this time, the EC will then command. EC, the clad pertaining to the clan. The clad will advance to a point above 5. 5 feet in front of the station of the EC, salute and say, "Clad." The clad, Your Excellency, EC, you will ascertain with care if all present and the clansmen worthy to sit in the cavern during the deliberation pertaining to the conclave. Clad, I have your order, sir. The clad will then collect from each clansman present, the countersign, and password. As he approaches a clansman, that clansman will whisper the words into the ear of the pertaining to that clad and resume his seat immediately. If a clansman should not have the word, he will remain standing. The clad will proceed around the clavern to all present. After he has finished, he will return to the EC and report as follows. Clad, your Alex, I can't say the word. I know what it is. Right?
Your Excellency.
Excellent. Excellency. Your Excellency. There we go. Goodness gracious. Your Excellency, I respectfully report that all present are clansmen worthy pertaining to the honor pertaining to sitting during the deliberations pertaining to this conclave. Any present have not the word, the clad will add to the above, except those who stand before you. They presume to be clansmen, but they have not the words. EC will ascertain pertaining to the Klingraf if the advance to his station and proceed prepare the same. If they are not worthy, all ceremony must cease until they become worthy or ejected from the clavern. If there be visiting clansmen present, they must be invited to the EC station at this time met by him, then face toward the sacred altar and introduce to the clan. All clansmen will arise and give the visiting clansman sag. This visiting clansman will respond to Sagab. This done, the EC will give 2 raps with his gavel and say, "My terrorists, you will take stations as your names are called."
Hold on. Did it say my terrors?
Yeah, my terrorists.
My terrorists? Is that what you just said? My terrorists?
Like a pretty intense situation.
Woo! These some real niggas, ain't it? Okay, anyway.
They're aping out.
I'm just saying, you know, I like an honest nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can deal with an honest nigga instead of the nigga that got the copper tone, keep calling himself Negro, black, colored, African American. That's the nigga I can't trust. That's a dirty Moor. That's why Prophet Noble Jali said, "Don't call your brother or sister nigga, call him dirty Moor." Because the nigga is technically our sons and daughters. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. A nigger is a name for the troglodyte nigger. That's a chimpanzee.
They all night.
All right, I hear. That's fine. Hold on, let me mute my mic.
Get that scroll up for 200. There we go. The EC sitting in his station will call the roll pertaining to officers. When an officer's name is called, he will arise and answer "here," and proceed to the station, stand erect and face the sacred altar. If an officer is absent, his substitute will arise and call his own name and say "substitute," and proceed to the station. When the names pertaining to Klexter, Nighthawk, are called to the Clarogo, will answer for them if they are present. But if either pertaining to them or both pertaining to them should be absent, the Clarogo will give the names. I guess that's names. Give the name and so state. No one will be allowed to sit on the station with an officer. No one will be allowed to sit on the station with an officer unless by consent pertaining to the EC. The EC will then arise. When he arrives, the terrorists will face him and salute. He will return the salute and charge them as follows: "My terrorists, your fellow clansmen hold you tight in high esteem. You have been chosen to fill an important place in the affairs pertaining to this conclave, and to set in all clansmen pertaining to perfect, observe, pertaining to our oath and dutiful devotion to our great fraternity. Can I get a screw opportunity? There we go. Therefore, I charge you to discharge every duty with dispatch, efficiency, and dignity. Preserve peace and observe due decorum in our deliberations at this time, and preserve with honor and promoting and guarding well every interest pertaining to invisible knights pertaining to the Ku Klux Klan. The EC will then give 3 raps in command. EC, my terrorists and Klansmen, make ready. All will arise and put on their robes, but leave their helmets off, and the remain standing, robing may be omitted if there be no candidates. In waiting in the discretion of the EC, he will then say, EC, prepare the sacred altar. The altar furnishing having been previously placed, the clothard adds to the sacred altar from its station with altar flag and sword, standing on the side pertaining to the sacred altar next to the caliph station. He will spread the flag across the altar. The stars sit his left and on the opposite edge of the flag from him, and then place directly across center of the altar the sword with hilt toward the EC, and takes position number 1, see diagram page 7, facing the sacred altar. And that would be that picture that Brother Hasan showed earlier up top with the EC in the top left corner. Be like facing each one. As he leaves the sacred altar, yeah. As he leaves the sacred altar, the clod would advance to the sacred altar with the Bible and vessel pertaining to dedication fluid. Standing at point pertaining to the sword, he will place the Bible open at the 12th chapter pertaining to Romans on and near the corner pertaining to the sacred altar to his left, and next to him the vessel pertaining to the fluid on the near the corner, and near the corner pertaining to the sacred altar to his right and opposite side from him. Takes position number 2, see diagram page 7, and facing the sacred altar. The picture from as he leaves the sacred altar, the caliph will advance to the sacred altar with the mounted flag and will stand flag directly out from the corner pertaining to the sacred altar at his left, and about 1/5 corner pertaining to the sacred altar, and take position. Number 3, see diagram page 7, facing the sacred altar. As he leaves the sacred altar, the Nighthawk, in his absence, the clan will advance to the sacred altar with the fiery cross and place it at and get center pertaining to the sacred altar on the side towards the EC station lighted, and take position. Number 4, see diagram page 7, facing the sacred altar. The cloak card from his position carefully surveys the sacred altar to make sure it is properly prepared, corrects any imperfections in its preparations. If any from his position be facing the EC, the other 3 terrors would do likewise, and addresses the EC as follows. Scroll up right there. All right. Your Excellency, the sacred altar pertaining to the clan is prepared. The fiery cross illuminates the platter. EC, faithful cloak card, why the fiery cross? Cloak card, sir, it is the emblem pertaining to the sincere, unselfish devotedness pertaining to all planets and the sacred purpose and principles we have espoused. EC, my terrors and planets, what means the fiery cross? All, we serve and sacrifice for the right. EC, planting all, gather for our opening devotions. But he says this, he will rise and advance to occupy position number 2, occupied by the club. As he approaches the club, that Terrell will advance to the sacred altar and take position near the point pertaining to sword. All clansmen will form on the quadrate, forming straight lines between these 4 positions. These 4 positions occupied by terrors form the corners of the quadrate. The terrors in the corners of the quadrate, the terrors in taking their positions should step out far on each side pertaining to the quadrate. Distance between clansmen in this quadrant must be about 3 feet. If there be more than enough to form one line, the others will form back pertaining to the first line, and so on until all are in position. Great care must be exercised to form the quadrant correctly, symmetrically and symmetrically, with the sacred altar in as near the exact center as possible. With the formation, we all will join and sing the following opening close. I guess some water, something right there. The stanzas are sung to the tune pertaining to From Greenland's Icy Mountains, and the chorus Home Sweet Home. I meet in the cordial greetings in this our sacred cave to pledge anew our compact with our hearts sincere and brave, a band pertaining to faithful clansmen, knights pertaining to the KKK. We all will stand together forever and forever. Last little 16. Here's the chorus. Home, home, country, and home.
Hey, Brother Benjamin.
Yeah.
You know that I was like, hey, so let me stop, y'all. All right, I you.
I wonder what it sounds like.
Hey, stop, y'all. I'm just joking.
St. Louis. Hey. I wonder what was the tone in there, but, you know.
Well, there's
lyrics like that.
What are those 2 songs they said? The stanzas are sung from the tune, so you got to find the song from Greenland's Icy Mountains. And when you go and sing the hook, when you go sing the chorus, home, home, country, and home, clansmen will live and die from our country and home, right?
That's a real song.
We'll live and die for our, right? So look, boom, there it is. There it is. They just showed you that they sampled. So these motherfuckers did it inside their Kloran. I'm just showing you more and more of what dumbasses out there that think they Negro black color. We showing you what real niggas do. And we showing you what the real niggas our pale skinned sons and daughters are the troglodyte niggers. They know it, and those that don't know it, get over your emotions. Because you know you're different than us. And for those of you not being vulgar, but those of you that ever been with a Moabite mother and seen the vagina of a Moabite mother, and maybe could have experienced it sometime in your life, the vagina of an Albion daughter, those are 2 different beings. Those are 2 different species. I'm not being vulgar. I'm just telling you, I know what's Moabite and what's some animal, because the vaginas don't even look the same. Let's just keep it a whole fucking band. So I'm a yield the floor though, however. So yeah, you'll see. Oh, you'll definitely see. See, before knowledge, you know, when I was at one point in time in my life, you know, I had me a fat rascal snow bunny at one point in time, as I guess people would refer to it in the hood. However, to be respectful though, you know, once you really take a look at the overall anatomy, a part of you kind of starts to think, yeah, I know we're doing the bloodening back for those Moors out there that are with Albion daughters or Albion sons that are with Moorish mothers. I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying, for my preference, I don't want that animal. I don't practice bestiality, and I'm not being mean either. I really encourage the bloodening back. I really do. However, what I'm saying from my actual observations, I'm one more that they don't have to worry about putting, you know, I I don't prefer monkey vagina anyway. So, you know, I don't need nigger pussy. I much rather deal with the real white woman, which is the Moabite mother. That's the real white book. The Moabite mother. She's a walking, talking white calendar. All right, I'm gonna yield the floor to my beloved brother Humongo, please, Brother Benjamin. Go right ahead, bro. I yield. I mean, mute my mic.
Can I get a slide to the left on Benjamin there? It's a great picture. Great picture, though. I mess with you, my friend. All right, here's the chorus. Home, home, country, and home. Klansmen, we live and die. Not in LA. I'm kidding. But for our country and home. This is verse 2. Here, honor, love, and justice must accurate us all. Acute us all. Acute us all. I don't know if words all. Okay, guys. Before our sturdy, we get sturdy? All right. Before our sturdy, blanks. Balance. There we go. All hate and strife shall fall. In union will labor wherever we may roam to shield a clansman's welfare, his country name and home. After singing the clud at the sacred altar leads in the following prayer. All must stand steady with heads reverently bowed. Our Father and our God, we as clansmen acknowledge our dependence upon thee and thy loving kindness toward us. May our gratitude be full and constant and inspire us to walk in thy ways. Give us to know that each clansman by thee.
Oh, look at how they're praying to us. Okay, you.
Sun and Cancer lives here. Klansman, by the process pertaining to thought and conduct, determines his own destiny, good or bad. May he forsake the bad and choose and strive for the good, remembering always that the living Christ is a Klansman criterion fraternal union pertaining to clannish fidelity, one toward another, and pertaining to a devoted loyalty to this, our great institution. Give us to know that the crowning glory pertaining to a clansman is to serve. It's like this interjection, like they go institution and to serve. So it's like 12 house, 6 house. The grand institution of the 12 house institution, then serve. It's like service, which is 6 house. Type of deal. That would make me think of that. Harmonize our souls with the sacred principles and the purposes of our noble order, and that we may keep our sacred oath invalid, and thou art witness. Bless those absent from our gathering at this time, thy peace in their hearts and homes. God save our nation and help us to be a nation worthy of existence on the earth. And like Sandy the Squirrel, I want to go home. You ever heard that? That break from Sandy the Squirrel.
Yo, you are hilarious, bro. Hey, yo, are you serious, man? It's like the best day ever, huh?
It's been.
It's like best day ever. All right, let's do this, man. I yield.
I guess for them, it's like, oh my God, guys. Thank you, Jesus. Keep ablaze in each clansman's heart the sacred fire pertaining to a devoted patriotism in our country and its government. We invoke thy blessings upon our emperor, the imperial wizard, and his official family in the administration of our affairs pertaining to the government pertaining to the invisible empire. Grant him wisdom and grace, and may he each clansman's heart and should be inclined toward him in loving loyalty things in the name pertaining to taught us to serve and sacrifice for the right. Amen. All say amen. It reminds me of like growing up in church when they're like going down. They're like, oh God, thank you. Like they're really going hard right here. This reminds me of like that. It's like, yeah, let's get it. After the prayer, all facing the sacred altar will give together and holding the same will, say, for my country, the clan, my fellow clansmen, and my home. Then all give the NH to the flag. Also, the EC then immediately returns to his station. As he vacates positions, number 2, the club will advance from the sacred altar and occupy position number 2 as the EC steps into his station, faces the assembly, and gives one rap with the gavel. At this, each clansman will face him, give to soft C, then to sock L, then raise to sauce, to sock C, as he responds with to sock C. They will recover. He holds to sock C and says, my terrors and clansmen, in this sacred cause we have entered, be thou faithful unto death, be patriotic toward our country, be clansmen, be clannish towards clansmen, be devoted to our great fraternity. He then recovers to sock C and says, my terrors and clansmen, what is the sworn duty pertaining to our clansmen and conclave assembled? All answer in unison to maintain peace and harmony in all deliberations pertaining to the clan. To the instruction given. I apologize. It reminds me of the Moor Science of America. So their conclave would be our Moor Science of America. The EC will then give 2 raps.
That is a beautiful and excellent point made. Bro. We got let's see, it's 1351 Central, 1451 Eastern. We'll wrap this up. Let's see how this wraps up in the next paragraph or page or 2. All righty. And I yield the floor to you, brother. Excellent points made. I yield.
Thank you. Come back. Here we go. The EC then will give 2 raps with his gavel. After all are seated, he will say, EC, I now officially proclaim that this conclave of, this looks exactly like the battle pertaining to clan number, lines, realm, pertaining to, whatever they want to put there, pertaining to the invisible empire, knights pertaining to the Ku Klux Klan, duly open for dispatch pertaining to business. EC, faithful Kloran, you may now admit all qualified clansmen, but guard well the portal to this cavern. The Nighthawk, in his absence, the clad, the extinguished of the fire cross, he gives 1 rap with his gavel, takes his seat, proceeds. The regular order pertains to business. Closing ceremony. Closing ceremony, Ku Klux Klan. Knights, closing ceremony, knights pertaining to the Ku Klux Klan. The order pertaining to business have been finished. The EC will arise, give 1 rap with his gavel, and say, my clansmen, the sacred purpose pertaining to the gathering, pertaining to the clan, at this time has been fulfilled. The deliberations pertaining to this conclave have ended. EC, faithful Caliph. What is the fourfold duty pertaining to a clansman? The Caliph will arise and say, Caliph, to worship God, be patriotic toward our country, devoted and loyal to our clan and emperor, and to practice clannishness towards his fellow clansmen. And he remains standing. EC, faithful Clud, how speaketh the oracles pertaining to our God? But will arise and say, Clud, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and render unto the state the things which are the states. Render unto the state the things which are the states. Love the brotherhood, honor the king, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law pertaining to Christ, and remain standing. EC, faithful Kloran, what does a clansman value more than life? The Kloran will arrive and say, Kloran, honor to a clansman is more than life, and remain standing. So it's like, honoring your mother and forefathers, or being loved, true, good, and justice. Your brothers and sisters is love. EC, faithful Caliph. How is a clansman to preserve his honor? Caliph, by the discharge pertaining to duty in the faithful keeping of his oath, and he remains standing. EC, what say you, my terrors? All the other officers will arise and say in unison, officers, your excellency, the immaculate truth has been spoken, and remain standing. EC, what say you, my fellow clansmen? All members will arise and say in unison. We spoke the Moor prayer. Members, amen, and remain standing. EC, my terrors and clansmen, you know well the duty pertaining to a clansman. Be thou not recreant to do these demands as we go hence from this cavern to enter the stressful struggle of alien world. So now we got to answer what the alien world is. So I assume the alien world is, I guess, this world, or they're changing the actual world, or make this the alien world, because this is just like the Moor science typical of America. Like, if you
went out again for a second, but what you last thing is like, it's like the Moor Science Temple of America, and then you went out. That's an excellent point that's being made, Brother Benjamin, because the only difference is a lot of Moorish Americans have sold out. A lot of people in these buildings that are called Moor Science Temples of America, they've been sold out. And they will not stand firm and protect the temple of the prophet, not really, because they're too busy selling out to clansmen who actually know they shouldn't be doing that. But people keep giving up their birthright to pale skins, thinking that they have some kind of fucking authority, when we're reading here the whole time that they're mimicking us. For the record, they're mimicking us, period. All right, I yield to you, Brother Benjamin. Coming back if you're still there, bro.
All right, I was checking my connection, making myself solid.
Yes, you good.
I'll start at EC, my terrors and clansmen. No other duty pertaining to a clansman, be thou not recreant to duties demands as we go henceforth from this cavern to enter into the stressful struggle pertaining to the alien world. Protect your honor by keeping and violate your sacred oath. By keeping and violate your sacred oath. The EC, that sacred oath don't really tell people, what the deal is. The EC then gives one rap with his gavel and give the Soxy, which is answered by all. All will recover the Soxy together. EC, the crowning glory pertaining to a clansman to serve none Sibla said ante. All will say, no, not for self, but for others.
Okay, that's what it means then. See how we just went to go look that up and translate, didn't do it, but look, this book did it itself. So hold on. Did I not mute my mic again? Okay, I didn't mute this time. Okay, that's fine, because I'm not, shaving anymore. I didn't want you to hear that. So, Brother Benjamin, wasn't there a point in time, I think, in a conversation, and if Brother Sean recalls, didn't I say if Moors are sincerely community-minded, we will be great? All we have to do is think community. If we think community, then everyone will be cared for. We won't be excluded in that. But no, people want to get pink Cadillacs and shit, because some of the elders tell the stories of back in the times, See, man, I'm way different. You know me. I read the Koran and then read the Kloran, and I was like, you know what? The Ku Klux Klan is honorable. They're fucking honorable. They're even saying outside of their cavern or their cavern, because the L is being put in there to, so just throw it off a little bit. However, in good faith, and I'm going to say this in good faith, what is actually occurring is, hey, those of us that are sincerely studying, like we just went through 12 back-to-back Fridays of Veritas, and then you're seeing how the Ku Klux Klan imitates planetary positions and stations. Like, did we not see the fucking zodiac? This is PDF page 19. Did we not see the fucking zodiac in their emblem? Like, do I have to show you that emblem? Like, okay, I'm going to really break it down. See where it says Oz, but it's really not Oz. It's really a fucking equinox. That's the equinox with the earth glyph and that alleged looking Z. And so those are the equinoxes, the one standing up and then the one laying down, one that's perpendicular and one that's prone. The perpendicular, it looks like that's got to be summer. That's sun standing. Winter solstice, see that box looks like an altar and then it's laying down or prostrate before the altar. That's winter time. My thing is, they have sun, moon, and star in this emblem too. That's Islam. I'm not confused. And like Brother Todd says, I'm not out to lunch. There ain't no Santa Claus, and bunny rabbits don't lay chicken eggs.
Like the temple of the sun and moon right there.
I mean, it's right there.
Like the sun and the moon.
Right? And then they got a sword going through a crown, which is the same as in hoc signo vinces, in this sign we conquer. But really what they're showing you with that sword, or that they're showing you the fucking zodiac. That's code for the zodiac. All right, let me go back to 19. I think the Clud is the astrologer. Honestly, from what it looks like, Brother Benjamin right here, the Clud is giving.
Clud got a good bit of responsibility.
Yeah, because the Clud got to tell you about what the oracles say and shit, right? Isn't that what? Look, what did it say? EC, which is the exalted Cyclops, the presiding, right? Faithful Clud. How speaketh the oracles of our God? Look at that. So the Clud sounds like a Siyarha to me. Will arise and say, "Thou art worship the Lord thy God." Oh, is your worship? Oh, okay. I guess so. When you're playing the role of the sun, the presiding, the exalted Cyclops. Cyclopses have one eye. You know what else has one eye? The panopticon on top of our pyramid. That's the civilization.
Right? Actually, really fast, bro. That movie on TV that he playing, dude has shades on, but one of his eyes is dark. There's glasses, but it's like a spy movie or something. But the dude has the glasses, but one of the shades is dark, and one is like not dark. It reminded me of the Cyclops thing, and it says statesman on top of this building. That's wild, but I yield. But yeah, Cyclops thing. This is the second time I've seen this movie. There you go with the thing on his eye.
I yield to you, brother. Let's wrap this up. I guess we'll end that. Hold on.
I was at lettuce after the what's that?
You're right here. I think
let's not think about self. Think about others. So don't think about first house. Work on your seventh house.
Exactly. Not for first house, but for seventh house. Yes. Back to the cycle 7. Holy Koran. Are we proving that the Koran supersedes the Kloran because it came after Prophet Noble Drew Ali divinely prepared?
This ain't 1916, 1918. Was it still after Noble Ali?
Now, some people are like, hold on, the Koran wasn't published until 1927. It even says it in the beginning of the book, Muslim. It was divinely prepared, and that statement published about you can get this at expense, not for profit.
Bars.
So know that we pay attention to words. Even if it seems like we fumble over words, maybe mispronounce them, we go right into the etymology and make sure we comprehend what's being said.
Sure.
Because intent supersedes spelling. Look that up in a Henry Campbell Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, or any other law dictionary. Intent supersedes orthography.
Right.
Supersedes spelling. All right. So yes, non syllaba seed anthar.
Not for self, but for others. Let us be faithful in serving our God, our country, our emperor, and our fellow clansmen. The EC then will then give one rap with his gavel and say, EC, my faithful clansmen, as peace dwells among us, you will assemble for our parting devotions. All will assemble on the quadrate formed as an opening ceremony. The Klarogo, and the Klexter making secure their respective doors. The Clud stands in the sacred altar. All will stand facing the sacred altar and come to the soft seat, and resting palms on back of each other, thus paralleling the R's, and will join in singing the following closing close. Tunes Dennis, capital S, capital M, all standing. This first verse, we'll open it up. Bless the clansman tie, pertaining to the real fraternal love that binds us in a fellowship, acting to that above. I try to put a freestyle on that. Each will then stand with their left hand over their heart and the right resting on the left shoulder, pertaining to the clansman to the right. EC clansmen, united in the sacred bond of clannish fidelity we stand, but divided by selfishness and strife and fall. Shall we stand or shall we fall? Dang, shall we build, shall we bullshit? Like, come on, man, just to, give life, bro, man. I will answer. We will stand for our blood. It is not pledged in vain. Each clansman will then sing the, then Ben's gonna like slide to the each clansman then will there's a slide. Then sing the following clocksology. That's the
Clocksology. Sounds like astrology to me, but whatever.
These guys are getting this clock stuff. Tune America. Here we go. God pertaining to eternity. Guard our great country, our home and store. Keep our great state to be, its people right and free, and us not glory be forevermore. That's pretty pretty tough. After the scene, all look forward to mounted flag, and we'll get in.
Let me stop, y'all. Go ahead. I'm listening.
That's wild. And then stand with bowed heads. The Clud standing at the sacred altar will pronounce the following benediction. The benediction. May the blessings pertaining to our God wait upon thee, and the sun pertaining to glory shine on all thy head. May the gates pertaining to plenty, honor, and happiness be always open to thee and thine, so far as they will not rob thee pertaining to eternal joys. May no strife disturb thy days, no sorrow distress thy nights. And when death shall summons thy departure, may the Savior's blood have washed thee from all impurities, perfected by initiation, and thus prepared and enter thou into the empire invisible, and repose thy soul in perpetual peace. Amen. All say amen.
Amen. We're going to pause right there, put a pin in it. We'll come back for the benediction portion. It's only 60 pages, guys, and I think we're already through 1/3 of this book. All righty. So just to kind of put that there, put it out there. I didn't even go on YouTube to talk to the people, holler at the people, but we're going to pause right here. Let me bring Brother Benjamin back, actually. Okay, that's who wasn't there. And let's see. Why is it doing that? Participants. Benjamin. Oh, okay, I get it. I'm not the host anymore. Let me claim host. All righty. Benjamin, add spotlight, and there's my bro. All righty. So let me come back now also. Right? There I go. There I go. Right. So any questions, comments, and or suggestions, man? Brother Sean, what are your thoughts, man, on what Brother Benjamin just read, man? I'm so open to hearing what you got to say, bro.
It was great, man. I think that the folks need to get over themselves with being fearful of shit. Pardon my language for where I'm going, but understand that what it is, yo. Like, quit fucking hating on other cultures when they all take our stuff, yo. Like, literally, they mock us, they rap us, but we don't want to be ourselves. And then we don't want to be ourselves. Things happen, and we want to blame everybody else but ourselves. It's our time, y'all. Honestly, we're Moors. Everybody's Moors. They're amalgamated Moors. They rep us in private. Like, let's stop playing these games, yo. I yield. We just brought it. Brother Benjamin just read to you their manual that goes with what Prophet Noble Ali brought us. I mean, like, literally, what more else do you want? Because they're not going to come out and tell you because they know you're ignorant and stupid. And even if they did tell you,
they know you're Alim. They know you're Alim. I yield.
You know, like Prophet said, I'm going to make the European tell the truth. I mean, what else do y'all want? Moors to tell you, oh, well, you can't say that. Okay, then we'll take you to what they write. Oh, what, you're still going to find some bullshit to avoid and make excuses? All right. Enjoy more cycles while we continue to put in this work. I yield.
Erykah Badu song.
What'd you say, bro?
That Erykah Badu song, See You Next Lifetime, or not See You Next Time, but you know.
Yeah.
Yes, in next lifetime, no hard feelings.
Anyway. Yeah. Shout out to brother David out there and brother Arrow, brother Jaren. Shout out to our bros, man.
Islam to the bros.
You know what I mean? To my beloved brothers in whom I am well pleased. And just, you know, just in fashion, you know, as brother Sean, you know, eloquently has put over a year ago, and I'll, you know, say this confidently, fuck with who fucks with you.
Literally, yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with that being said, it's like, all we got to do is just be consistent. But you know what would be apropos to end this before we leave, before we actually do our more traumatic prayer out, the invocation out, right? Apologize for not singing, you know, and banging tambourines and singing church hymns and replacing it with Prophet Noble Ali and stuff like that. That seemed a little clandestine-ish. Okay, anyway, clandestine-ish.
This isn't the Conclave Network.
That's not a temple anymore, as Prophet Noble Ali has said, because they're in there. Okay, anyway.
It's funny that they made it.
Whoa, he cut him off. Say it again, Brother Benjamin. He paused you.
I know, Brother Benjamin's like, why every time they freeze me, yo?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a test of the universe. It's like, all right, are you really working on your faces, Benjamin? Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, I am. What do you mean? Of course. I'm not. But it's the same thing on my phone, right? I can snap everybody in the world but April. I'm not lying to you. I can snap everybody but April. It'll spin for like a day and a half, and I'll have to like send her a text message of what I'm saying through Snap.
You already know. Shout out to Musa, man. Thank you, Musa. Our brother Musa Terrell Bey. Right? Well, Terrell, pardon me. I just butchered his appellation. Terrell Musa Bey. Terrell Musa Bey. Shout out to our brother there also. And then Baltimore Corporation got your land conveyances when you ready. All right, so let's do this, right? What do we got here? Right? What do we got here? This is what I want to search for.
Oh man,
Hold on.
I thought we were going somewhere else with that.
Hold on.
Is he going? I think he's going where I thought he was going.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm going there.
They knew it. I knew it.
Oh, I'm definitely going there. I'm definitely. That being said, and like I said, when I come back, and I guess I'll probably do the editing and going to YouTube Studio and cutting that portion out in my video or whatever. Because guys, I know what it is that we're doing, and we go really hard. We don't even have a bunch of so-called views and followers or subscribers. However, since the content that we do present is truthful, and no one's you can't prove what we're presenting wrong. You just can't. You can't. What we present, you cannot competently prove wrong. You just can't. Because we're presenting truth, which is stern, doesn't change nor pass away. So, guys, I don't stop doing what the fuck I do. I'm going to keep, I don't care what social media platform it's on. I'm going to keep presenting it. I don't live a lie. I'm not going to sanction a lie at all. So, white power is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because my status, white person, that's my status. And actually, the reason supersede also means that our Albion sons and daughters are supposed to uphold us against all violators, foreign and domestic. So that's why the Koran supersedes the Kloran. Any last questions, comments, and or suggestions before I yield? And we tell them to be yourselves and
Donate.
For those who support you truthfully, know what true support is.
Support those who give the truth, truthfully.
Islam.
Everybody sells sneakers, but you know what I mean? Leather on them. Wear and tear when you get to travel. That leather get to falling to pieces. Like, hold up, I thought it was man. Serving was built to last, and not just serving. Then I yield.
Man, you know what I'm about to say to you? Man, let me get to this. Shout out to Brother Bruce Coat Bay too, man. Brother Bruce, you know what I mean? Man, all you guys, man, it's amazing. And shout out to Brother Jabu too. Okay. So all of my bros near and or around the Mecca, right? Shout out to all of those. And I shouted out, because Cancer brother also is Brother Kush Day. So I wanted to put that out there. Also, I made sure I reached out to the brother to wish him a happy solar return the other day also. So it's obviously cancer season, right? So I and loved ones are about to take our travels and do what it is that we do to, of course, undisclosed locations so that we can enjoy ourselves without nuisance, of course. So with that being said, anything else going once, going twice? Be yourselves, guys, and donate to all our mothers and brothers out there. And we lovingly yield the floor. And like I said, man, we're just going to have to probably cut that Dave Chappelle portion out at the end because, you're using copyrighted material by Comedy Central. Comedy Central is not a real human being. So their copyright is bullshit. They're not a sentient being that blood flows through them. And at the end of the day, they're a federal agent whom we supersede. They actually owe us to use their material. And that's any fucking corporation here doing business on our ancestral estate. Period. Not in a lean world, and the empire isn't invisible. We're right here in front of your face every fucking Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Flat out, as I said, up north, flat out. I've been
flat the fuck out. Seriously. You all right?
Yeah.
With that being said, let's yield appropriately. We'll do our invocation out, right? We'll have Benjamin do the Moorish American prayer out. So we'll close as we have began. All righty. And I'll make sure I'll go back and take that, 9 minutes and 9 seconds of Dave Chappelle out or whatever. However, I really wanted that to really be within our Kloran presentation on the
quiz. Like screaming. Anyway, like a little 32-second clip or something.
Islam. I mean, I'm gonna completely remove it. Either way, I just wanted to play it for the record. You know what I mean? So people can see it that I actually caught it live or whatever.
It was perfect. For those who didn't see it, it was like yeah, it was a great segue to do it and show like a more in the ancient attire that the Ku Klux Klan, got from it. So like it's right in front of your face.
Islam. All right.
Prayer, not to be rushing or anything, but we can get into the prayer whenever everyone's ready. Am I hot on the mic and all that? 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yes, you're high.
Yeah, you good, bro.
And square 5 on the left, 2 on the right. Now yield to you, beloved brother Islam.
Islam, 3, 2, and 1. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of
love.
Truth.
truth.
Peace.
Peace. I think you might have said freedom there.
I said freedom. Freedom. I said freedom. That's a truth. Peace. Truth. Freedom. All right.
Freedom.
All right, freedom.
Justice. And
justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My God.
My guide.
My salvation.
And my salvation.
By night.
By night.
And by day.
And by
through his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Through Ali.
Through Ali.
They really tried to chop me up right there. They tried to make me look.
Yeah, like, man, blocking bro again. I'm like, goodness, Jesus Christ.
I'm like, man, I was like, hey guys, it's technically different.
I thought I was screen sharing. I must have been loud and wrong when I did that, but however.
I saw it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
we can run it back once in a while.
No, it's all good. I'm just going to show them there. People want to screenshot again. Hey, that's where we're reading from. All righty.
That's just not true.
Funny, because Prophet Noble Ali is standing firmly upon that. All right, so here we go as we imitate Prophet Noble Ali without saying we're Prophet Noble Ali, 50 Lamb, or any other number. I'm going to yield the floor to my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleasing you all. Thank you all so much, Brother Benjamin, as always, for a solid impromptu improv as we've been doing this, man. It's wow. It's over a year. Where are we at, Brother Sean? What month?
Impromptu improv, and it's Monday or 8 months.
That's what I thought. Okay. So 8 moon cycles, right? So that means we're gonna be giving life to something also in the 9th moon cycle. Look at that. How Ramadan of us is that. However, with that being said, I am going to yield the floor as we all say namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam. Peace and love.